Hi guys, it's Joey or Rowan, and this is the talkie video about the element of water. There will be a follow-up video with this one as a picture video, as same as there has been for all the other ones, but this is going to be the talkie video. So the element of water is considered to be in the realm of emotion and intuition, and most things that magic-wise and in life that tie into the element of water come from these two main ideas. So from the realms of emotion you have things like the connections with feelings and love spells and forgiveness spells and broken heart and healing type spells, and from the intuition you have things like divination, particularly scrying, and as well as that we have a realm of healing magic which ties into the element of water. So from a basic standpoint we'll start off with things like the effects of water and steam are well known to have healing properties on the body. When anybody's ever sick, the first thing I always say is make sure you keep sipping some water and keep well hydrated, because the human body is mostly water and it helps to keep the body in check. It's recommended that for a healthy lifestyle that we drink plenty of water, and I usually have a bottle of water on hand. And there is debate about tap water versus bottled water, and as a pagan that might be something that you would want to research into. We have bottled water because of the limescale content of that tap water. Okay, and the other side of it is having a shower or a bath, and you can cleanse yourself in a physical sense with a shower or a bath, you cleanse yourself in a spiritual sense to rid yourself of negative energies, negative vibrations, and so on and so forth. And in this sense you can do it on a daily basis, and you can have a full-on ritual bath usually for rituals, S-baths, etc. So I actually cleanse myself in a getting rid of negative energy way every morning in the shower, and I discussed how to do that in a different video, which is a really short video about how to cleanse yourself in easy ways. So go have a quick look at that if you would like to see how I did that, and that's every day. But for a ritual bath, it can be a really wonderful experience, and the whole idea is that not only that you're cleansing yourself of all your negativities and the mundaneness of the day, but it's part of the ritual itself, that you go in, that you shed off the day, you shed off the mundane, you shed off the negativity, and you come out cleansed, ready to perform your ritual. Before you go, before deity, before ritual, that you have cleansed and honoured deity in that sense. So you have cleansed yourself in order to show respect to deity. And tying into this, there are a number of ways in which people use ingredients and put them into the bath to help cleanse themselves. And the major one is salt, which is obviously tied in with water, with being part from the ocean. And salt is one of those major cleanser, purifier substances. And people make up their own bath salts or bath bombs, which is something I hope to do in the new year when money's a bit freer. And you can make really simple, easy bath cleansers. You can get salt and some cleansing herbs. You could use, I've used cloves and bay leaf. You can use all sorts of things, whatever feels right to you. You can use rose, you can use lavender, you can use anything like that. Some people use ritual oils in their bath, and the oils that I've shown before, I have a purifying one which I sometimes put in a ritual bath. And this isn't just a pagan thing, because the idea of water being a spiritual cleanser can be found in all walks of different religious paths, and the idea of being baptized is one, and the idea of being cleansed of your old life and going into a new life is another. It's a proper term for it in the Jewish faith, and I can't remember for the life of me, so forgive me for that. But okay. So talking of the ocean, as I mentioned in Sea Life, I'll show you some recipes and things for bath salts and things you can do in the picture video. But talking about the ocean is how water, the element of water, is mostly tied to a feminine aspect, because the seas and oceans are governed by the moon, goddess, and the connection with sort of flowing and ebbs and tides and monthly cycles is therefore tied into the female monthly cycle. And in the Great Rite, in the symbolic Great Rite, the female is represented by the cup, which is the tool of the water element, if you like, on the altar, and the athame is representative of the god. So there is that tie to the feminine, female goddess aspect. However, each and everything onto its balance. There are gods of the ocean, Neptune probably being the most well known. And it's worth mentioning that there are male sea creatures that carry their young. Seahorses are one. I've got another list here. Relatives of seahorses, such as sea dragon and pipefish, also carry their young until they hatch. And some types of frog, such as the marsupial frog, all aquatic, tied into the water. So it's worth noting that is there within nature for the balance. So it shouldn't really define elements in terms of gender specific, because you can tie them into both. There are gods and goddesses, and this is true of all elements. There are gods and goddesses of each element, and of course all elements tie into deity. So, talking of cleansing and purifying, that you can also find throughout many different religions as well, the idea of the cleansing water around space, around home. There is, of course, holy and blessed water in other forms of religion, and blessed salt water is found within the pagan religion, and salt again is tied into the elements of water. So it would be a salt and water mix. What I would do is I would cleanse. I would put salt and water in a little bowl and say 3 times, may the salt cleanse the water, may the water cleanse the salt, and then that could be used in the same way you would use a smudge stick to cleanse around your home. Just sprinkle around your home. Let's see. So, yeah, okay. So the last sort of magic is going to make me giggle to even say it, which won't be on the picture video, is toilet magic. It's basically flush that shit away spells. It's getting rid of negativity. It's like the burning spells to completely get rid of it, and you can use it in conjunction with a burning spell. You could burn it and then flush it, or you could just take the piece of paper with whatever you wanted to be rid of, tear it up, put it down the loo, go to the toilet and flush it away with the rest of the nonsense. Not very nice, but everybody has access to a toilet, hopefully, and it's a really cleansing way to just be rid of negative crap. So that's a way in which magic is in the home, and you know, we interact with water all day long in ways we don't even maybe think about sometimes, and that is one such way in which the human lifestyle, particularly now, is really tied in with the element of water. We can't survive without it. So What else have I got down here? Alright, I'll quickly mention divination, because for me divination does tie into the element of water, because divination is about intuition, and the future is like ocean. It's deep, unknowable, flowing, and ever changing. And the idea of divination is to get a sneak peek or a hint, or when you're questioning things, it's tying into your own intuition, particularly mirrors, because mirrors are a reflective surface very close to how water reflects back at us. And you can, of course, use water in a bowl as a divination tool for scrying. I used to scry when I was really little without knowing what I was doing in car windows late at night. So what else do we have down here? Okay, so types of magic, I think, is the final points to cover. Have I got? Yeah. So there's the getting rid of negativity. You have a cleansing bath. You visualize all the negativity being drained away from you. And same in the shower, that you visualize white light going through you and the dark negative going away. So different types of spells. I'm going to start with the idea of love spells and broken heart spells can tie quite easily into water, and goddesses such as Aphrodite are connected with the ocean with water, and it's very deliberate, because I say deliberate, it's been planned that way by the divine, because water is the realm of intuition and emotion, and love and all that is tied into emotion. So there are hundreds upon thousands of love spells and broken heart spells out there tied in with water, which I'm not going to cover because I am a little bit iffy about these things. I don't want to be giving things like that out, because it's very easy to cross the borderline there. That's what a lot of people do when they start looking at spells. I want so and so to love me, and I don't agree with that. If you want to bring love into your life in a very general way, by all means, go for it. But specifically, I think you're opening a kettle of fish that you don't need. Fish. See? Right, so rain magic and storm magic. Some of the oldest forms of spells in the world can be found tied to the idea of making it rain or stopping it raining. One of the earliest rhymes I can remember learning as a kid was "Rain, rain, go away, come again another day," which is what? A spell to get rid of rain. It's really interesting to go and look into all the different cultures, how rain dances and rain spells and petitions for rain, or petitions to stop the rain, travel across the world and across time. Rain spells are also tied into notions of fertility and beauty. And I've got the doorstop out. The Encyclopedia of 5,000 Spells is a great big hefty book, and it's really it's one of the first books I ever got, and it's really interesting because it gives you some history about spells, some background about spells, some ideas and how people's psyches were in history, and it's not just a book of spells, it's so much more than that. And I thought I would get this out and read a bit about rain spells in particular because of this fact. So it's by Judica Isles, by the way, and this is on page 736. So the first spring rain is believed to contain special luck drawing powers. Place a glass, stone or earthenware container outside at the spring equinox to catch the first rain. It's extra potent if it rains on the actual equinox. Reserve the water for the following uses. Bathe for a year of joy and luck. Wash your face to enhance the appearance of youth. Wash your hair to attract and keep romance. Wash your abdomen and genitals with the water for enhanced and renewed fertility. Sprinkle the water on your medicine bags, altar tools, and around your home. So Rain spells are obviously tied in with fertility because of the feminine aspect, and beauty because of the feminine aspect of rain and water. Okay, and worth mentioning here as well is storm magic, which is, you can tie it into the other elements as well as with all magics, of course you can. But obviously thunderstorms with the rain, and the feeling of power and oomph around the time of thunderstorms is something which affects human beings in a very real way. I get a specific kind of headache because of the air pressure changes right before a thunderstorm, and I know a thunderstorm is coming because it's this specific kind of headache that I don't get any other time. I can't fully express how it feels, but I know it's a thunderstorm headache, and everybody feels that surge of power, and witches can tap into that. So it's, if you know, I actually don't cast spells at thunderstorms. I honour the goddess at these times because I think it's that energy oomph going through you, and the majesticness of how amazing thunderstorms can be. In England they're obviously a bit tapered down to where in the rest of the world are, but they're still spectacular theatrical displays, in my humble opinion. Me and the Know Me love them, and we'll watch them, and I will just say something inwardly or outwardly about honouring the goddess at this time, and that's a way in which you can use the element of water to honour deity in thunderstorms. And of course you could do this in the rain as well, collect rain and use it for the aforementioned things, but you could also have it on the altar as an offering to goddess. So, I think the only thing left was a forgiveness spell that I came across, and I'm going to put the link down here, but I am going to talk about it. So, forgiveness is the washing away of negative emotions. So, this is using a candle for water, so a blue candle. Tie a blue ribbon at 1 inch mark on the candle, measure the inches, write the name of the person you wish to forgive on the candle, use salt blessed water to mark each inch along the candle, and whisper the name of the person you wish to forgive 3 times in each section. Blah, 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 blah. Burn 1 inch of the candle each day for 7 days, or of course you could use a 7-day candle. Touch your left hand to the candle, drawing in the energy to forgive, and lay your right hand in a bowl of water, releasing negativity to be extinguished into the water. Murmur a chant of forgiveness. Empty the bowl of water over the stub of the candle and bury in the backyard. At the end of the 7th day, you have then released your negativity and allow forgiveness to come into your life. Now the thing with this is, I wanted to show you an example of an emotional spell. Forgiveness is something that is a very serious thing, and you have to go through the journey. The spell work is just a little magical boost to help you along the path, but you have to have decided that that's the correct action, that you're ready, and you know, you're not forgiving somebody who doesn't deserve it, who's just preying on you, and who wants you to forgive them and then will carry on doing whatever it was. So use the elements of air, reason and logic, as well as the element of water, emotion and heart, in such cases. So I think we've covered everything I wanted to cover. I shall check. Yes, I think so. So that is going to be it for the element of water talkie video, and I shall endeavour to make the picture video. Many blessings.